This is Amani with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar. Started my digital inspection. We are in a property in the Paradise Valley area, and we always like to start these inspection videos underneath the eaves just to get an idea of the condition of the wood. Now, the eaves consist of, we have the fascia board, we have the rapid tails, and then we have the starter boards, and we are seeing signs a little bit of wood rot underneath here. A little bit here on the shiplap. But again, this is an unknown factor. We can't determine the amount until we actually get into the roofing material. Now, what we're looking at here is a 3-tab asphalt shingle roof, and there's 2 layers under here. So we can see the second layer hidden underneath, and right off the bat, we do see exposed nail heads, and there's quite a few more that I'll point out later. And we do have drip edge. Drip edge is that metal flashing that goes along the fascia board and allows the water to freely flow off anytime it rains. Now, for the conditions of these shingle tabs, well, over time, those oils begin to evaporate underneath the sun, and those granules start to fall off, exposing this fiberglass. So that's that shiny material that you start to see coming through, and this greatly affects the waterproofing capability of the product. So that water has a very easy time getting up and under the roofing material, especially when we have so many exposed nail heads. Like I said, I will be pointing these out as I see them, but we have a handful of blown off shingle tabs on this roof. We do have a solar system, approximately 17 panels, but again, you can see just how shiny the product is, and just a handful of exposed nail heads. Okay, moving on to the back portion. Again, more exposed nail heads. And we do know that the owner has experienced active leaking. And we do have a flat section on the back. So this flat section or low slope section, it actually has shingles on it as well. We would highly advise against this. Shingles aren't made to hold water and aren't made for flat sections. So water is easily getting up and under these anytime it rains, right? So it's definitely an issue. Around the chimney, chimneys are always a sensitive area, and we have some sort of metallic looking adhesive around here. Normally we would have step and counter flashing along the chimney, and that gets sealed off. All right. Another thing we come across on these inspections are satellite dishes, right, that are most likely no longer in use. The red flag to us is anytime that these are bolted into the roofing material, that is a big no-no for us, because again, that is an exposed area where rain can get into there. So anytime you have a satellite dish, you want to make sure that these are installed on the fascia board on the side of the house. And if these are no longer in use, well, we can go ahead and trash them. You can see along the starter shingles, these are all blown up. Now we do have in-house crews. We're licensed and certified to remove and reinstall these panels on a roofing project, so we can safely remove and reinstall these after the roof is put in place. Now it's very clear that this roof has gone past its life expectancy. There are multiple leaks, and it is in critical condition. Now we can't do an overlay on this because there's already 2 layers, right? So we want to tear this down to the wood decking, address any rotten wood that needs to get replaced. Again, as I stated before, this gets done on a discovery basis, right? So we're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, so we have that 50-year product warranty, and we actually back that with a lifetime of workmanship. Okay, after we put down the new wood, the new shingles, we want to put new drip edge along the perimeter, update the flashing along the penetrations, and if there is an attic space, well, we want to add some exhaust ventilation on here. So we want to do O'Hagan vents on this roof. They're low profile. A good example is the neighbor over here. That's what they look like on a shingle roof. So essentially that's what we want to put on here, allow that roof to breathe. So yeah, I will get this out to the homeowner. Oh, and one last thing for the flat section, don't let me forget. For the flat section, we want to add TPO material. TPO is a synthetic material. It's used on a lot of commercial buildings. It's highly reflective, so it allows to keep the area cool And essentially it's a superior product at keeping that water out. It turns the area into one single membrane and prevents algae growth as well. So we definitely want to add TPO for both of these sections. And before I end this video, I'll show you why we want to put it not only on this section, but this one as well. Well, this is completely open as of now, right? Anytime we get wind-driven rain, well, this is lifting up the material and getting up and under down to the wood decking, right? You can see how the material isn't flush against there, so definitely want to replace that as well. All right, I'll get this out to the owner. Thank you.